We're back, and I can already hear the sweet music, the relaxing, nap-inducing Masters coverage. There's nothing better. And it starts on Thursday, Peter, which, like all golf tournaments, it does.
How far are we into our show, Jordan? 3 years? I
Yeah,
finally, I finally figured out last year that we got to cover golf before Thursday. I am proud to announce, like Jim Nance, I plan to be doing this till the year 2036. So I thought you might
excellent.
like to get that out of the way first.
All right, so Peter, last year I wrote a piece for The Athletic, and we talked a little bit about it on the show about just how hard it is to find long shots at Augusta. First of all, it's an elite field. It's a smaller field than most tournaments, so only the best golfers are there to begin with. But then even among them, the cream tends to rise to the top of the leaderboard at this tournament. So the past 10 years, the lowest ranked winner was Hideki Matsuyama. He was 29th in the Data Golf rankings in 2021, and he'd been a top 10 golfer the year before. You get about two long shots in the top 10 in most years. Long shot being a guy ranked outside of the top 50 in Data Golf's rankings at that time. But your winner is almost always going to be a guy ranked in the top 20. Okay.
It's
So,
tough. It's tough to find tough to find an underdog at those given those statistics, Jordan.
right. I'm not going to go through every year, but just here's last year's leaderboard. I'm going to give you their where they finished and where they were ranked in Data Golf coming into the tournament. Okay. Scotty Scheffler won. He was number one in the world. Ludwig Oberg was two, ranked sixth. Tommy Fleetwood finished third in a tie. He was ranked 12th. Colin Morikawa was ranked 19th, which is actually low for him, and Max Homa 14th. Okay, you had Bryson DeChambeau sixth in the world. Finished sixth. He was 21st, and that's sort of a live thing. You had Cameron Smith tied for sixth, and he was 59th in the world. But again, that's a live golfer who'd been a little bit out of form, high level. Xander Schauffele finished eighth, second in the world, and on and on and on. Okay, so
Yes.
in looking for a few picks to make this year, I went for a couple things. I looked at the current top 20 in the Data Golf rankings, and then I tried to look at their recent form, and then
hmm
whose odds were sort of an outlier. So do you want me to hit with my sort of four bets I would make first, and then you
Sure.
can
And
come in
we
with
should
yours?
we should I want to mention one mathematical thing about what you just said.
Yeah.
Recent form is not giving in to recency bias. In this case, recent form, you want to know who's playing really well right now because you
Sure.
want to capture an increase in a player's quality, right? That
Right.
might not be captured yet in the ratings. So that's why that's important.
And well, it's somewhat captured, but also it's just like golf is a sport where your
Yeah.
play waxes and wanes, right? Like
Right.
there
Right.
is some sort of randomness, and guys do get locked in. Swing is a very delicate thing, and it comes and it goes. So we'll let everybody else talk about whether Rory McIlroy, who's playing incredible golf, will finally break through at Augusta. Where we are the Underdogs podcast, so we're going to look at some longer shots. Okay, so I've got four picks I like for you. All right, one is Corey Connors.
hmm
He's got three top 10 finishes in seven Masters appearances. He debuted in 2015 with a missed cut, but didn't return until 2019. Has made five of the last six cuts here. He's ranked 14th in the world in golf data, and he's in excellent form right now. He's finished in the top 10 in each of his past three events played. So, you know, take a lot for him, but again, the odds, he's plus 6,500 to win, plus 400 to finish in the top 10. I think those are both totally reasonable bets to make, sprinkling in a little money. Okay.
What was
Speaking
it
of
to plus the top 10 was how much?
plus 400.
Plus 400. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe like, $20 at plus 400, you make a nice little profit if he finishes top 10. Speaking of a guy who's also plus 400 to make the top 10, Sepp Straka, an underdog pick of ours in the past. He's playing great. He's made 9 of 10 cuts this calendar year. Since missing the cut at the Genesis, he's been 11th at the Cognizant Classic, 5th at the Arnold Palmer, 14th at the Players with an elite field, 28th at the Valspar. He's played the Masters the last 3 years and has been getting better. Made the cut all 3 times, finished 16th last year. Good second shot player, good iron play, plus 7,500 to win, plus 400 to finish in the top 10. The only thing I don't like here is after I did my research, I always like to go look around what people have been making. And like a bunch of experts have actually picked them as their long shot to watch. So that I like to go unconventional. So that concerns me. But
Now, do you
Sepp
think with
Straka.
Straka, we crunched the numbers last year. I love Straka. Um, And but his performance is very variable, Jordan. He was up and down a lot. He seems to be less variable this year. He's done like as you rattled off the past few tournaments. Is he more? Did you credit him for more consistency?
Yeah, I mean, look again. He looks solid right now. It's certainly worth a dart throw. Two other really quick ones, okay, and then we'll get to yours. Keegan Bradley has been a super solid player for a long time. He's plus 10,000 to win, plus 550 to finish in the top 10. He's ranked 19th in the world in golf data. I think you could also sprinkle in a top 20 or a top 30. I feel very, very good about getting him in the top 30. So if you can find like plus money on that, I haven't seen the top 30 odds yet. That could be a fun bet to make. And finally, JJ Spawn, ranked 20th in the world in golf data. These are your longest odds of that top 20. He's plus 15,000 to win. He just finished second at the Players. So he's shown that he can rise to the occasion in a big tournament. Again, total long shot pick. But again, if you're looking for a top 20 player, JJ could be your man. All right, Peter, I left you with like 2.5 minutes. So quickly.
I'll give you my
Yeah.
my one that I really love, who's Shane Lowry, plus
Okay.
4,500 to win. Look, if you're going to go for anything, you want to go for accuracy on approach, because you got to be accurate. You're aiming for very small targets, right? And Lowry's fifth in the world in strokes gained from tee to green, and he's been in a lot of big events. He won a team championship with Rory McIlroy. He played in the Olympics, competing in the Olympics for Ireland, and the tournaments you rattled off: the Valspar, the PGA, the Arnold Palmer Classic. Top 10 finishes this year. Last year was his best year. This year he's been better than last year. So plus 4,500, plus 550 to be in the top five. I like. I think that's cool. And we should just mention Colin Morikawa. He's only plus 1,800, and we are the Underdogs podcast, but he is at the top of the accuracy rankings. And if that counts for anything, maybe it's time for him to finally break through and win. But I love Lowry.
Cool. I like the pick. I'm gonna make my picks as well, and it just gives you a little look. It's fun to sit back and watch 4 days of golf, and you've got two fun sweats as a result of that, right? You can guys to make the cut, and then guys to see where they, whether you make a top 10 or top 20. It's there's not a lot of other sports where you get like 4 days of bet sweating like the Masters. So it's super fun. And last piece of it, Peter, to bring it all full circle, the thing I love about watching golf is it doesn't have that component we talked about where it's like I'm going to lose my crap if my team doesn't win or you might be rooting for one guy, but it's not like you got to dump all over the other people, the other team. It's like it's like low stress fandom. So I love it. And I'll be watching this weekend.
Yeah, this is the time of the year you can appreciate the gentlemanliness of golf.
It's great. It's great. And on that note, Peter, I appreciate the gentlemanliness of you and our show. And we'll be back next week. It'll probably be time to look into the NFL draft and the NBA playoffs. We got a lot coming.